So, what is up, marketing agency entrepreneurs? Something crazy just happened to me. Just got sprung on me. Um, let me fix my camera. So, my my middle brother Taylor. I have three little brothers. Middle one Taylor, I think he's 27, 28 or 29. No, he's 28. He'll be 29 this year. Garrett's 26, probably be 27 this year. Yep, I think I got those ages right. Or he's 27, about to be 28. One of those. Anyways, so just found out. So Taylor, the middle one, he got married like a year ago or 2 years ago, and he had his first baby. So that became an uncle, which that was a little less surprising. And then I just found out my other little brother Garrett, the younger one, is also having a baby. So now I'm about to be an uncle 2 times or 3 times. If you include all the stepkids, 4 times, 5 times, 5 uncle. It's crazy. I was like, what? I was just sitting here. I was like kind of chilling before the call and got a picture of what's it called? A sonogram from my little brother. And he's like, "You're next." I was like, "No, I'm not." I'm not quite ready for kids just yet, but yeah, it was crazy. So he's having a baby. It's just insane. Both my little brothers are having kids. It's weird. So, yeah. Anyways, yes, I know I'm a little early tonight. I have to dip out a little bit early tonight as well. Got to go pick up another GPU for my mining company that we're building. So I figured I'd start a little bit early, but welcome everybody to another SMMA Q&A. Sorry if I seem like a little out of it. I'm going to be in shock for a little bit because my little brother's having a kid. It's just weird, man. It's so weird to think about. Anyways, do me a favor, guys, as you hop in, hit the thumbs up button, say hello in the chat so that way I can get to know you a little bit, and then we will get started in just a minute. Sohela, I think it's Sohela. Hi. Helmuth, what's up? Kevin, what's up? Yeah, it just became a really interesting day. Man, I can't believe that. All these babies. And the funny thing is, I know because I tried to call my mom before this call, and I already know what she's going to say, because I'm going to be like, "So you heard about our little brother, or my little brother having a baby?" She's going to be like, "Yeah, when are you coming?" I'm going to have to break it to her. "Mom, that ain't happening for a little bit. I'm not ready for kids yet." But, yeah. Danielle, how's it going? But yeah, as you guys hop in, if you have any questions, Gaurav, what's up? If you have any questions, we can go ahead and get started related to, obviously, marketing agencies. Go ahead and put those questions in the chat and we can get rolling. That's just too crazy to me. That was the last thing I expected too. And the weird thing is he's dating an older woman. Like, I never thought they'd be having a kid together. Like, I knew they were dating. I didn't think it would ever become something like that. So, yeah. Now I have 4 little clients making around 140 total for all. 140? What are you doing for 4 businesses that's only making you 140? What are you doing? I'm not trying to sound mean or anything, but $140 isn't a whole lot for 4 companies. It's not a lot for one company. They must be your first clients and you're trying to build testimonials. Video marketing is better than cold calling or emails. Gaurav, it definitely is if you have the budget. The biggest thing is most people don't have the budget to spend on ads. So, like, we had this conversation in my mentorship group literally an hour ago. One of my students wants to do ad campaigns, and he told me he was going to spend 300 on Instagram, 300 on Facebook, and 300 on YouTube. So almost $1,000 a month. And I told him, I was like, you're spreading your budget too thin. And really, even then, you're not really competitive as far as you competing against other agencies who are spending, usually minimum $2,000 to $3,000 a month. So you're going to have a hard time with that. So biggest thing is, if you want to do ads or video ads, you can do them, but you need to have the ad budget to work with, which means you need to have at least $2,000 to $3,000 per month to spend to be competitive. Because when it comes to ads, everybody, and you're trying to get clients from those ads, client acquisition is usually around anywhere from $300 to $500 per client. Meaning, if you have a $2,000 budget, you should expect anywhere from 3 to 5, 6 new clients a month. And that won't be in your first month. That's like getting into month 3 of spending. So at this point, you'll be spending, at that point, you'll reach about $6,000 in total ad spend over 3 months before you really start hitting the results that you're looking for. So if you're going to run ads, that's totally fine, but you have to have the budget to work with. If you only have $500, you shouldn't expect to get any clients out of that. It's too competitive. Cost per acquisition of these high ticket clients. And what I really want to point out to you guys who want to run ads is you have to think of it like this. Every time you think of spending ads, whether it's for your agency, for your clients, whatever, you need to think about how much their clients are worth, right? So on average, at least in the US and Canada and UK, places like that, clients are spending on average around $2,000 a month, right? Anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 a month. That being said, if you have a 6-month contract, that's anywhere from $12,000 to $18,000 a month. If you have a 12-month contract, that's $24,000 to $36,000 a year. Or what I meant is $12,000 to $18,000 every 6 months, or $24,000 to $36,000 a year if you're on a 12-month contract. You shouldn't. If it was that easy to spend, $300 and you can make $24,000 to $36,000, everybody would be doing it, right? It's not that easy. So the general rule of thumb is, if your clients are high ticket, you're going to have to spend more to acquire those clients. And if if your clients are worth $24,000 in a year, you're going to have to spend $500 to $1,000 to get that client if you're going to spend on ads. So just keep that stuff in mind. Ads are great, don't get me wrong, but you have to have the budget. This is why I stress to all of my students, minimum $1,500 budget usually for any client across the board, right? And that's going to be low end results. Really, the goal is to get up to $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 per client, and that's where you really start to see a big difference in your campaigns. And again, you have to be able to go the length, meaning you need to be able to spend for at least 3 to 6 months for you to expect to see any results that bring you back a profit or a return on your investment. And what I would say is it's not the same for e-commerce, because a lot of e-commerce products, they're not high ticket products. You're not selling $5,000, $10,000 products. You're selling $20, $100, $200, $300, $400 products, right? So there's a big difference in e-commerce versus like local service-based businesses or even local product businesses. So just keep those things in mind if you're considering running ad campaigns. What I recommend, this is the approach that I recommend for all of my students, is start off with cold calling, cold emails in one niche or 2 niches. Get 5 to 6 clients doing that. Generate testimonials and results for those clients. Use those testimonials then in an ad campaign to prove you can get results for this specific niche of clients. And it makes your ad campaigns a lot easier to manage, and you'll get a lot better results from those campaigns. So start off with cold. Once you get a base of 5 to anywhere from 5 to 10 clients, really it's more about how much revenue you're earning. But anywhere from 5 to 10 clients, once you reach that base, then you can start looking at ad campaigns. Tafiq, what's going on? Helmuth, you can definitely be my student. I offer tons of training programs. We've got over 5,000 students in all of my programs combined. So, what's going on, guys? What questions do you have? Let's go ahead and get into the marketing agency questions. Y'all have any questions for me that you want to ask? What do y'all want to talk about tonight? Nobody has any questions? Sorry, I got like a hangnail on my toe. I know it's probably not something that y'all want to hear about, but such is life. Where do we find authentic leads and emails? So there's several ways of doing it, but Facebook groups have been really good. Targeting niche-focused Facebook groups like a roofing Facebook group, an HVAC Facebook group, where it's about people who are in that industry, and then you find owners within that group and start reaching out to them that way. Upwork is a great way to find clients. If you're just starting out, you can set up a freelancer profile on Upwork and start taking in clients that way, or any outsourcing platform like that. Another way is just to build a list of local businesses that you can reach out to using a tool like Find That Lead. Find That Lead is a tool where you can actually take a web address, put it in, and it'll give you a list of all of the emails associated with that web address. So you can find like the owner's web address that way. Excuse me. I knew I was about to sneeze. I was waiting for it. I'm struggling with an online shop that sells baby products. I'm bringing people to them. In my first 4 days, I brought 17 new conversations, but they're not selling anything. What types of baby products are you talking about where you're starting conversations with people? It sounds like you're doing e-commerce, which in that case, if you're doing e-commerce, you don't really need to be running messenger campaigns. I would recommend running top of funnel brand awareness or product awareness campaigns to a targeted group. From there, you take people who are super interested in video content or taking action, you remarket to them. Later on, you can even offer a first-time buyer discount, like a 10%, 15, 20% first-time buyer discount. But I'm not sure why you would be running messenger conversations. Following up on the Upwork question from before, does Upwork track the hours? Yes, it does. That's a big reason why I like starting on Upwork with my VAs, is because it'll do all the tracking for me, and it even does payouts to them for me. But it'll actually show, you can see like a timeline of what they were doing. It'll record their computer screen as they work, so you can see. The biggest thing though is most people on Upwork who are coming on there, they don't want a negative review. And if you catch them using hours and they're not doing anything, but you're paying them for it, and you write a negative review on that, that's going to like significantly hurt their ability to get new clients. So, I don't really worry about it too much. What I try to do is project out how many hours somebody should be devoting to a specific task. So we try to determine how many hours should be devoted to this task, and then we talk to them about it and make sure that they agree. If they go over that, then I want to know why they went over that, right? If they go under, I don't care. That's even better. They got the project done quicker. That saves me money. But if they go over, I want to see there had to have been a reason why it went over. Maybe we projected it wrong, which is fine, but we need to make sure we project better next time. I don't know why I'm sneezing. I'm about to do it again, I feel like. Starting a YouTube for local roofing company. Use that for pillar content to distribute on other social media platforms. Good idea. So Dave, there's a lot better ways, in my opinion, for I have a roofing client that we've been doing really well for. The strategy we use is top of funnel. We're going to drive traffic with PPC ads and SEO. We're doing really, really well with that, which comes down to building a really great website for the SEO side of things, making sure that things are taken care of from a technical perspective, off-site, making sure all of that's taken care of. The PPC ads, they just do what they do. They drive traffic. You're ranked at the top as long as you're running solid ads and you have a competitive budget, which I would recommend $2,000 to $3,000 a month. You should do fine. And then from there, we have email text message campaigns that follow up with these people and auto book appointments for us. And then we tie them into our CRM so that way they can manage these conversations and these clients and make sure that people aren't kind of sliding through the gaps. That's what I would recommend. I would not recommend starting with the YouTube channel if you're really trying to drive results quickly. That's kind of like a secondary task that you would do for them. YouTube channel, get the base marketing. And this is what a lot of people have to understand. Get their base campaign up and running that's going to drive results now. You don't see many Like local roofing companies, think about it. YouTube is a global platform. People aren't going on YouTube to find, usually they're not going on YouTube to find localized content, right? It's usually, it relates to masses across the world. So for a local company to try and get on a platform like YouTube that reaches the masses and drive local business, you're going to be hitting people from all over the world. You're hardly going to get people directly from your local area. Try not to sneeze again. So I would not recommend YouTube to start. Now, later on, it can help to add brand authority and things like that. And yes, it can help you with content, which is really more focusing on the SEO side of things. Tofik, you should have a Zoom link in your calendar. Are you using Google Calendars? It's at the very, very top. You'll see it. It's not like highlighted in the body. You'll see it at the very top. Ugh. Which software do I use? Proposify to pitch my clients. Cloths? Yeah, you shouldn't be starting conversations for cloths. There's no reason to start a conversation. You need to spend money on video content showing why that cloth is better than any other cloth out there. People who watch a majority of that video, then you take them, you remarket to them later. People who are clicking on your website, people who are visiting the website, those are the people you're remarketing to. But I wouldn't be trying to focus on conversations. Oh, what? Yeah, that's going to be a huge issue. They're an e-commerce company without a website. They need a website. I wouldn't even be running ads for them if they don't have a website. I'm selling high-level services to car dealerships. Do you recommend not wasting your time on car dealers that already have dealer CRMs, marketing platforms in place, which have various plans for dealers? So determined soul. Here's the thing. You can sell high level to them and set up the email text message series that auto respond to those people. But if you're not driving traffic, they're not going to see a difference really in the result. You need to start driving leads, which Facebook ads, Instagram ads, PPC ads, those types of marketing work really well for those types of clients. So, you can offer the high level services. I think that's great, but that needs to kind of be an add-on to your social ads, your PPC ads, SEO, those types of things. You should focus on those. Think about it, guys. When you think about clients, you have to think, how are we going to drive? The first thing you need to consider is, how are we going to drive cold traffic? How are we going to get these new people that don't know about us, or we're not even in the running for them yet? How are we going to drive them to our website? Because if you can't drive cold traffic, I can set up a high level campaign that sends emails and text messages, but who are we sending them to? I have to drive people to the site first. Right? So, that's really the more important thing, is figuring out how are we going to drive cold traffic. Then after that, then you can worry about the emails and text messages, which will help you convert those people into actual appointments. What about security? Let's say I get an SEO manager. Do you give that guy the password? No. So we use, it's called Passcamp. And what you do is you set up all the passwords that they will need for all of the accounts. All they do is they log into Passcamp. Whenever they go to the website, they're just going to click their Passcamp thing. They're going to click their username and the password, but they will never see the password, and it automatically puts it into the platform for them. So look at things like Passcamp, LastPass, things like that are what we use to do that. So that way they never get access to the passwords. Tafik, you don't really need to schedule another appointment, bro. That's what I'm saying. Let me check my calendar really quick. I want to blow my nose, but it's not exactly something you want to do on video, and I'm not going to do it. So I just got to suffer. Yeah, I'm not seeing you on my calendar. Let me check Go High Level. It says May 30th. I don't know why that's not on my calendar. May 30th. What's today? Oh, that was last week. Oh, I see. I think I sent you a message because I don't think you have the budget. So we only set calls with people that have the budget to work with us on our Done With You programs. Let me see something really quick. Were you the one that I was talking about the DMS 2.0? Because we don't set meetings for that program since it's only $549. Oh, yeah. It should have been in your calendar because I'm looking at it right now. I see the link. It's at the very top. So I don't know if you use Google or not, but like right here, the location, that's where the link is right there. That's the link to the call. So yeah, you will have to set another appointment. Arkham, what's going on, man? Dentists are a good niche. And yes, Pass Camp is amazing. What amount of ad spend would you minimum? Any type of service-based business, the minimum is always $1,500, but really with dentists, since they're a little more competitive, their services are a little more expensive, I would say $2,000 to $3,000 per month to start. You have to be competitive. And when they're like, holy crap, $2,000 to $3,000, you have to tell them, look, this is what your competitors are spending. So the issue is if we don't spend at least what they're spending, we're not going to compete. They're going to show their ads more, which means they're going to win those deals. You'll win some deals, but you're not going to win anywhere near as much as these companies are. And again, the goal is to make your campaign profitable. Okay, so to be profitable, we have to be competitive within the industry. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to make that a profitable campaign. You'll probably break even, but profitability is going to be a lot harder to achieve. Yeah, so Jan, they'll have all they do is, so for example, let's say you have your SEO manager and you're using Ahrefs, right? All they do is they go to ahrefs.com, they're going to click sign in. LastPass is a Chrome plugin, right? You know what I'm talking about. All they do is they click the LastPass Chrome plugin, they'll find Ahrefs in that little thing. You're going to give them access to, you set permissions on what things they get password access to, but they don't see the password. So when they go into Ahrefs, they just click the password, copy it, and paste it. Yes, I know Go High Level is giving away cars. They are trying to give me a Tesla, but what they require... So I'm not focused heavily on the affiliate marketing for Go High Level. Like, we do it, but it's not something like that is my primary concern, which it would have to be. I think it was like I had to get 50 new affiliates in a month on their platform for them to give me a Tesla, which would be great, but I'm not going to get 50 in a month. I think we have like 50 total, and I've been doing it for a couple months because we don't sit there and just push Go High Level to everybody all the time. Sent a proposal today. Sent it to the decision makers. Ooh, I don't like that approach. I always make sure that I'm on the call or that I have at least some type of discussion with the decision makers. I offer paid ads and SEO services, and I've tried offering lead gen, but as soon as they hear lead generation, they're not interested since they hear that 1,000 times a day. So what I would say is don't go into, don't call it lead gen. I just call it digital marketing because people are more comfortable with that. Also, people are tired of hearing lead gen because they don't want leads. They want you to set actual appointments. If you're not setting appointments for them, they don't care. So focus more on setting appointments versus generating leads. You'll have an easier time. Yeah, and that's the other thing. You have to get 50 pro affiliates, which is the $4.99. Most people start off with the $97 or the $2.99 package. Getting 50 $4.99 level people, it's going to be a little difficult if you don't really spend a lot of time on it. By the way, I see we have 23 people in here. You guys do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Helps the performance of the video and helps me find other agency owners like you that I can help shape and mold their agency and help them do the best that they possibly can with their agency. By the way, again, just so you guys know, I do have to cut out early today. I'm going to be cutting out at around 8 because I have to go pick up another GPU for my other company that I'm starting. So make sure you're getting in your questions now if you have questions, because we got about, 20 minutes left before we go. God, I really wish I wouldn't have sneezed. Now it's making me sniffle. But anybody have any wins, any successes, any wins with their agency this week or in this month or in last month? Any big wins for anybody? Nobody's having any wins? When do I plan on selling Reston Bar? I'm not sure that I ever will. If I do, it'll be in like 10 years. It's not going to be for a while, though. What are your tiny wins? Tiny wins are still wins, guys. You have to start looking at your tiny wins as actual wins, too. Don't only think of like landing clients as wins. All things you have to, it's all about perspective. How do you view it? Is it a win or is it not? If it is, it may be a small win, but is it something that helped move your company forward? Use those little things because that's what's going to keep. A lot of people ask me, how do you stay motivated? How do you go through, the first year where you're getting a lot of rejection, you're having a lot of hard times because it's new. How do you make it through those periods of time and still stay motivated? The reason why is because you look at the tiny wins. You have to take your tiny wins and they have to mean something to you because they should. Oh boy. Now I really hate that I can't blow my nose. It's bugging me. Also, guys, while I'm waiting for you guys to put some questions in the chat, if you don't know, you should definitely check this out. Number one, down in the description, right below this video, there's a link to Go High Level, which is my affiliate link. If you use my affiliate link, here's the benefit of signing up under my affiliate link. If you sign up under my affiliate link, all you have to do is reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram somewhere and let me know that you used it to sign up. If you don't know what Go High Level is, it's a CRM. It replaces Calendly. It replaces MailChimp. It replaces Calendly, MailChimp, CRM. ClickFunnels. You won't need any of these platforms anymore. Saves you tons of money, and it brings all of your marketing stuff into one place. The benefit is if you sign up using my affiliate link right below, I'm going to send you all of my emails, text messages, my landing pages that we use to generate clients for my agency. So and literally it's free. All you have to do is sign up using my affiliate link. As long as you're using that affiliate link, I'll send it over to you. Number two is all of my different programs. My website is all below that. Guys, we have tons of blog content, training content, tons of material on my website that if you haven't been to my website before, you need to check it out, serialentrepreneur.academy. Easily one of the best resources for starting an agency. Seriously, I think we have over 200 blog articles on the site about starting an agency. If you're looking for training outside of my video content, if you prefer to read and have a visual aid, the blog is where you want to be. So definitely make sure you go down in the description and check that stuff out. How many years do I think it'll be until Facebook and Instagram fade out? I'm honestly not sure. I mean, I don't see them really going anywhere for a while until technology changes. And what I mean by that is your cell phone. Like, unless the way that we communicate with each other and use digital media changes, I don't see them really going anywhere. So I couldn't give you an answer to that. I landed 2 clients this week, but because we are very bogged down, it doesn't seem like a win. Jan, that's totally a win. 2 clients in a week is always a win. And Arkham, yeah, I think that if anything, they would evolve more than just die out. I'm trying to generate leads for a security guard service provider, but all we got is just those people who are looking for jobs and not the real clients who want security guard service. So that means your audience targeting is off. What platform are you using, Gorov, to target those people? How can we overcome the situation Where on your site can I sign up to get access to the SOP templates for my digital agency? Adrian, we don't give away my SOP templates, just so you know. We charge about $2,000 to $3,000 for those SOP templates. We spent around $200,000 and thousands of hours developing them. That's one of the things we're never going to give away for free. Facebook, I would say your audience targeting is wrong. Also, I probably wouldn't use Facebook. That wouldn't be the method I would go. I would definitely use Google PPC ads, because you're talking about somebody who's looking to hire a security service. That means the people, this is not something where you're impulsively going to buy. All right, Google is, I'm looking for it right now, I need to buy it. Facebook is disruptive, impulsive style buys, meaning I'm not just going to impulsively buy a security guard service. Nobody does that. If I want a security guard service, I'm probably looking for it right now. I'm in the market for it. I need it for something. Meaning I'm going to go to Google and search for a security guard company first. So my advice would be stop spending on Facebook altogether and turn that into Google ad spend. What you wouldn't hired from Upwork? What position you wouldn't recommend from there? Basically, do you really need in-house? I mean, I can't really think of a position that I wouldn't hire from Upwork. We pretty much, I mean, I've hired pretty much every position that you can think of for an agency off of Upwork at some point. And no, you don't need to build an in-house team. Most of our team is not in-house. Small win, been putting businesses on Google Maps only. Full-time contractor trying to jump ships. In the meanwhile, I am learning from this program, but I really want to go full blast already. Jesus, it sounds like you're on the right track, man. And getting people on Google Maps is a huge thing. They'll start to, as long as you build out their profile right, they'll start to see some traffic increase. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it till 8. Seriously, my nose, ever since I sneezed, is just like itchy and running. I'm sorry, guys. That's probably really gross. I don't mean to gross you out. Any other things you guys want to discuss before I get out of here? Sorry I have to cut off early tonight. I promise we'll do a full-length call next week. But I've got to go get that GPU tonight. I have a marketing agency and I have worked with clients only locally, but I would like to work with clients in other countries, but I want to know the effective way to reach the owners. Mohammed, a great way is Upwork. Freelancer platforms, tons of agencies use platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, freelancer.com, freeup.com. They use those platforms to find new clients. So, and if you're trying to go international, that's going to be the easiest way for you to find those people. But before we get out of here, guys, again, let me get some thumbs ups from you guys. And I mean thumbs ups. Adrian put one in the chat. Not in the chat. If you're on mobile, just hit that little down arrow. You'll see it right below the video. Hit the down arrow. Hit the thumbs up button. Or if you're on desktop, it's just right below the video. Hit the thumbs up button. Again, I hate asking, but I got to ask. It's like part of what I do. If you would love to help me out at all, or if I've ever helped you at all with your agency, if I've ever answered a question for you, or provided you any insight, or motivated you, or inspired you, do me a favor. The way you can pay me back, just give me those little thumbs ups, engage in the comments. I love that stuff because that's what helps me grow my brand and find new agency owners like you to be able to help. I really wish my nose would stop running. Any other questions you guys want to ask, though, before I get out of here? Ooh, Bitcoin's up to 39. Cool, break 40K. I need it to, so that way we can start making even more money with mining. Hamza Rafi, I appreciate it, man. You're pretty great too, buddy. All right, so what I'll do then is, since nobody's asking any questions, I'm going to give you guys some last minute advice to really make sure that you take your agency in the right direction, and that you take the right steps. All right, and this is what I teach all of my students. So pay attention if you really want to learn something. When it comes to starting your agency in the very beginning stages, follow these steps, and I promise you, you will be 10 times more likely to be successful than people who don't follow these steps. Stop going out and making the first thing you're trying to do land clients. The first thing you need to do is determine what niche. Once you know what type of niche you're going to go after, then you need to determine the services and pricing. What services work best in that niche. Like, stop just offering Facebook ads because everybody tells you to offer Facebook ads. Look at the business you're trying to run ads for and really determine what the best services to offer them will be. After you know that, then you price your services appropriately. Once you price your services appropriately, then you have everything kind of set up there. Now the next two things you need to do is you need to build out your SOPs, which it stands for Standard Operating Procedure. That's what, if I get a new client for SEO, what steps do I take to build that campaign? That's what an SOP is. Build out all of the SOPs for all of the different services you plan to offer. Without those SOPs, trust me, you will struggle. All right, so we've got determine the niche, determine the services, get the pricing, build your SOPs. The last thing really that you need to do before you start going and landing clients, guys, get your team already. You don't have to pay these people. That's the biggest misconception that people have, is that they think that they have to start paying people to be able to hire them. You can go on Upwork and say, hey, I'm about to start bringing in clients. I need an SEO manager that's going to be ready when I bring these clients in. Can I go ahead and keep you on my side list of people that I plan to hire once we get these clients in? That way, when I get them in, you're ready to go, and I can bring you some work. Go ahead and start lining up and building up that team, so that way when you get these clients, you're ready to go. The biggest issue that people have is they get clients and they haven't priced their services appropriately, so they're not even profitable. They're not offering the right services to the niche that they're trying to target because they didn't take time to consider what services actually work the best in that niche. They don't have any SOPs built, so even when they get the campaign, they don't know what to do to start building the campaign. So then they're struggling, they're running around everywhere crazy because they don't know what to do. And then finally, even if they have all this in place, if they don't have a team, then they're like, well, hell, who am I going to get to do the work? So what ends up happening is one of two things. They either start doing all the work themselves, which is going to prevent you from getting more clients later, which means scaling your business, or you scramble to try and get this team built, and it takes you way too long, and in your first month you get your clients bad results because you didn't have the team in place. So this is the thing, guys. Follow those 5 steps. Again, in order. Determine your niche. Determine what services work best within that niche. Don't just offer any service. Price those services appropriately so you're profitable. Build out your SOPs so that way when you get clients, you can run the services that you're offering, and then hire your team, get them in place so that way, again, when you get those clients, you're not the one running the campaigns yourself, because the goal is not for you guys to be running the campaigns. I want you guys to understand this. You should not be trying to run the campaigns yourself. You will never grow your business if you're the one running the Facebook ads, writing the copy, doing the graphic design, doing the SEO, building the website. Trust me, I have so many students that can attest to this. They tried doing it themselves, and now they're going backwards because they got to back up, build a team, reprice their services so they're profitable, and kind of build themselves into that mindset that they're the CEO. You guys have heard this phrase before. Don't work in the business, work on your business, right? Which means don't be the one running the Facebook ads. Be the one coaching or instructing the team of Facebook ads managers to do things the right way. Juan, it took me about a year and a half. Jesus, go Hawks. Hey, let's go. We won yesterday, so now we're moving into the semifinals. I'm pumped. Daniela, glad you like the advice. Niche, services, pricing, SOPs, team. Perfect, Juan. That's exactly it. And Jan, I bet you wish you would have taken the approach that I'm talking about too, because that taking it in that order will set you up for success when you actually get clients. There's no point you trying to get clients if all of those 5 things are not set up first properly. All right, guys, so I'm going to cut off today. Here's the thing. I'm not going to do a mentorship giveaway today, but what I'll do is I'm going to double up next week. On Thursday next week, I'll choose 2 or 3 winners instead. I usually only do 1 winner. So next week, just make sure you show up. I'm going to choose 2 or 3 winners next week. Last week, I gave away like 6. All right, so make sure you guys show up next week. I'll do 2 or 3 winners next week. But I got to get out of here because I got to go and get some equipment for my new company that I'm starting. But you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Again, there's tons of resources down in the description of all of the videos that I post. Make sure you're checking the descriptions because I post links in there, content, free downloads, software and services I use. Everything that you want is pretty much in those links. Not to mention, visit my website at serialentrepreneur.academy. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button right over here. You definitely need to hit that subscribe button because trust me, you will get tons of free content that will help you grow that agency. But outside of that, you guys enjoy your Thursday or Friday night, depending where you are in the world. Again, I go live every single Thursday at 7:30 p.m. EST. But I'm going to get out of here for now, guys. You guys enjoy. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you next week. So until then, Serial Entrepreneur out. Bye, guys.